right, besties, today's Q&A is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to give you a little look behind the veil of a normal role play call that I have with my team once per week. And I wanted to share this with you because we just recently did the Show Up Challenge. And in that challenge, I taught a strategy on how to show up and using the Ford script. Now, this is a script that I recommend that you use. It's nothing new. I did not invent it, but it's definitely something that is helpful, especially when you are reaching out to your sphere of influence, or if you see somebody, everyone is not a hot, ready lead, but how do you have conversations and establish rapport with them? So the premise of Ford, the acronym is F stands for to talk about friends and family, O occupation, R recreation, and D for dreams. So listen into literally a true life group coaching or a role play call where my team, not only did I get to coach them, but they gave feedback to each other. And I hope that it is helpful for you and in your business. So check it out. And if you too would like to role play with us, remember, it is one of the bonuses that we have for the friends that will be joining us in the first class of Real Estate Bestie Academy. So you can join us at rosemarylewis.com/academy. But for right now, go ahead and check out the call. You pull your car up behind somebody that you recognize from your neighborhood, and you have even waved and spoke before, but you don't know them. Is that fair?
Okay. That's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Ready?
All right, go.
That's me. Is that you?
Oh, hi. How are you?
Good. I'm Stephanie. I live in North Creek on Mimosa. I live right behind you.
Oh, you know what? Okay, I think I've seen you. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good. I saw you guys, you and your husband the other day walking the dogs. How are you guys doing?
We're good. Yeah, those dogs are a bit much, but we just love them to death.
Yes. I'm just happy this weather broke so we can be outside,
Exactly. Is this your first time at HEB?
No, this isn't my first time. I've been here a couple of times before. I can't wait for them to build the HEB in Melissa, so we don't have to travel all the way to like McKinney or Allen to go to HEB
Right.
anymore.
Right. Oh my
Girl.
goodness. I cannot wait either. This is my first time coming to HEB though.
Okay. Have you tried they have like HEB meals where you can just like warm them up and go about your business?
Oh, okay, like pre-made meals. Okay, like is it enough for dinner to like feed a family? Is this like a single meal?
So they have the single portions and then they have like family sizes, and I love them. I get the single portions every now and then for me and my husband throughout the week. That way we're not eating the same thing every day,
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I have to check that out the next time.
Yes. So I saw that on our Facebook that you were looking for a new babysitter. Are you going back to work now?
You know what? I am. And my schedule is actually going to cause for me to actually go into the office. So, yes, we are looking for a sitter currently.
Okay.
Do you babysit?
No, I do not babysit. I'm actually a realtor in our area.
Oh, okay. You do real estate. How is that?
It's going pretty good right now,
Really? Because I just hear the market is so insane. Interest rates are just super high. So I couldn't imagine.
The market, I'm not going to say it's insane. It's a different market than what we're used to. And each situation is a little bit different. So we just kind of have to tailor our processes to each client right now. But
okay.
But, in our neighborhood, Melissa, we're just steady growing. So they're steady building over in Liberty. I know you saw that.
Yes, I have. And the homes are looking really, really nice. So,
yes. So I know you're going back to work, but what is it that you do again? I thought you were a teacher, but I could be wrong.
So I was teaching, but I decided to leave education. So now I am currently working for State Farm and I am working in the Justice Department.
Okay. So that gave you a little bit more free time to hang out with the family and the kiddos?
Not necessarily, because then I have to go into the office. I have to drive a little further, but it's okay. Sometimes we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah, sometimes we got to do what we got to do. But yeah, it was nice talking to you.
Okay, awesome. And you said your name was Stephanie?
Stephanie, yes. So I normally see you in the morning when we're walking around the pond.
Oh, okay. Well, Stephanie, it was so nice talking with you. And also, if you have that babysitter contact, make sure you can message me on Facebook if you want, or you see me walking, let me know.
Yes, you know what? Let me reach out to my neighbor 2 doors down from me. Her daughter is home from college and she has been babysitting a couple of the neighborhood kids. I'll see if she's available. She has time because she's also CPR certified. So,
Okay, yes, awesome. I appreciate that so much. Again, thank you for, just speaking with me, Stephanie. It was a pleasure talking to you today.
okay, it was nice talking to you too. I'll see you probably tomorrow walking around the pond.
All right, girl. Have a good one.
You too. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay. Tempest, you get feedback first.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought that what she did do good was focus in on her kids, which was the F, which, family. So I thought that that was good. I thought there was a lot of ums and her trying to figure out kind of what to say, which kind of paused the conversation a little bit. But other than that, I thought it was a good run through. I think can be perfected a little bit more, but I thought it was a good run through. It sounded to me kind of like y'all were surprised to meet, which you are surprised when you meet,
Yeah.
when you meet
Yeah.
somebody in the store. But yeah, I think it can be perfected a little bit more. I think that she was just trying to figure out what she needed to say and trying to remember the script.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
Seth, you give feedback.
Yeah, I would say that was the only thing I could think of too. I could tell that she was like, I'm trying to remember what else to say to you. Like, and then I don't know, maybe it's a regular person. I probably just took it like, oh, she's kind of nervous. I don't know. But I felt like she touched on her friends. I felt like she got a chance to mention that she notices something about me besides just walking around the pond. She notices me on Facebook. She notices my job. So I don't know. I feel like she did okay. She
Okay.
said I'll see you tomorrow. She wasn't real silly. I mean, because forward, we're not really necessarily trying to ask for an appointment. So I felt like she
Right.
did okay with just trying to introduce herself and just letting the person know, like, hey, here's a name that you can now touch with my face instead of us just wait.
Yeah. Okay. Stephanie, give yourself feedback.
I definitely said I'm a lot. I was trying to remember the script, and then I was trying to also, like Seth said, not be too salesy and get her talking so I can get to know her better. That's what I was trying to do.
Okay. Okay. Man, okay, so here's the thing. We know that role playing is not nowhere near like it's awkward to role play anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that some of your hesitation was kind of weird only because we're role playing. Because I think that and this is the thing, right? But so like if someone's in front of you, you are in a real world situation where you can use what the context of what's happening around you. So you might be like, oh my gosh, I see that you got orange juice. I ain't never tried this kind of orange juice, but did you know that they have blah, blah, blah. So, there are other things that you probably could have touched on if it was a real world, like if you were really standing with a grocery cart that
Mm-hmm.
would have, you know what I'm saying, that would have did whatever. Remember I told you the other day I talked to a guy in HEB and struck up a conversation about the paper towels in his cart. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Like
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care about those paper towels, but that was just something for me to be like, oh, you a smart man. I need paper towels, and I'm just waiting to try to go to Costco, right? And then he just kept talking. So sometimes like when you are face to face, so like literally like if you are at a soccer game or if you are, look at them like, oh, I love your earrings, or oh my gosh, your son is tall. Is he 7? Oh my goodness. He's definitely gonna have some height on him. Watch out, mom. There are different things that you can pick up on face to face that might not be able to pick up on in person, right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, what is the 4 script?
It is family, friends, occupation, recreation,
And
dreams.
dreams.
Yep, yep. And like there was a part where you asked, sometimes 9 times out of 10, when you're having this conversation with people, you might not get to the dreams one, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the dreams one is kind of interesting to kind of work into the combo. Like, and it's like, girl, wonder when the kids, because what is a dream, right? A dream is not like, one day I want to be a millionaire so bad. A dream is like, oh, when these kids get out of school, you know what I mean? The dream might be like, when these kids get out of school, I want to sell this house and buy a condo by the river, But sometimes that does not happen as organically in conversation, especially with somebody you're not quite in rapport with, right? But
Yeah.
Yeah.
we need to know the script, and it's literally like, how you doing, where you work, what y'all been up to,
And so,
how
how
you
would you
doing.
work in dreams? Because I remember dreams, but I didn't know how to work it in there because I didn't want to be like, so Sesame, what are your dreams? While we're in the middle of HEB line,
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Dreams
that's what
might
she
not
was saying.
come up.
Yeah,
Yeah, dreams might not come up in a like I might
2 minute
have
combo.
I may have to be dreams would come up more in a conversation with like one of my clients that I'm
Mhm.
following up with and touching base with than it
Mhm.
would the random lady at HEB.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So
Yeah.
dreams may come up, but it may come up like when like okay, for instance, for the lady was like when I was on the phone when I did the role play yesterday, she said because we want to go to Italy or Dubai. That's the dream, right? Like oh my gosh, okay, if you ever want to do that, then blah 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 blah. So don't be like sometimes if the conversation is already moving organically, don't feel pressure to force everything. And then she had told you about work and then you went back and asked her more about it, you really didn't need to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You really didn't need to. The other thing that I would say is the goal is okay, how can we get in their database? Like, best case scenario, we're going to some kind of way obtain their information.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, we're going to make sure they have our information. So, in a situation like that, you know what? Like Sesame gave you an opportunity. Like, okay, now what's up with this babysitting situation, right? Because I need help. Instead of being like, oh, I'll see you around. Like, you know what? I actually do have a neighbor whose daughter just graduated college. What's your number? Because what I can do is give me your number, your email address. Because what I can do is I can reach out to her. I know she's CPS certified. I don't know her schedule. But I'll reach out to her and see like what her capacity is. And at the minimum, I'll make the introduction and connect y'all.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it
Yeah.
might even, I know you walk in the morning, you know, sometimes maybe we can walk together sometimes. In depending, you know, you may or may not want a walking buddy, but walk away with their information because the way you were, it was just kind of like, okay, see you around.
Okay. So I gotta
You
focus. Like the end goal is somebody exchange some form of information.
Yeah, the end goal is to connect, right? So
Yeah.
especially if it's somebody who is not already in your sphere, in your database, because here you want to be able to walk away with her information. So now she's somebody that you can put into your rotation to be following up with and have conversation. You know, now when you call her back before, hey, you know, just wanted to check in on you, or hey, I'm gonna text you with the little girl's information or the babysitter's information. But also, you know, since we are neighbors, what's your address? Because I told you I'm in real estate. I can send you over what I do for all my neighbors on my block is I send them all a market activity report so they can keep up with what's going on. I know that you know, got a post of what's happening to Melissa, but I'll send you that direct information once a month.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, so it might not be, I might not say that the first time, right? So it's not the first time. It's like, hey, okay, and also, what's your phone number?
Yeah.
So you know, it's like, no, hey, yeah, you want a babysitter? Let me figure out how to connect you to this babysitter. What's your best number for you? Because what I'll do is I'm going to reach out to my neighbor who the mama is, and you know, put y'all in contact. I don't, and then I even say things too, like I don't know, because like I want people to know, like I'm not promising you a babysitter. I don't know if she's available, but at the least, I know that she was looking for opportunity. It could be a perfect fit. Let me see if I can connect y'all. And even if my connection is following up to be like, hey, I did reach out to the mom, and you know, the daughter actually just took a position as such and such, so she can't help. But I'm so happy that we, you know, nonetheless, I'm happy that I got to meet you and that we got to be connected.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and this is the last thing that I'll say, because we only got a couple minutes, is that every situation isn't the situation to go in for the kill.
Okay.
Right? Sometimes it's just, hey, my goal is to expand my database. Because we know the more that we expand our database, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna, like, it's a numbers game. The more people we are consistently in front of, the more people we add to our sphere of influence, then those are gonna be the more people that we're gonna be able to serve.
Yes.
Okay. I had this lady that I called yesterday, and I did the forward with her, and then I found out that her and her husband got divorced, but they still live together. But she had a question. Her question was like, basically, how can she like sell the house without his consent? And I'm like, well, you really can't. Like, he don't want to move, but she want to sell the house. And I was just like, I want to be a resource to her, but I don't know what to say.
Get a lawyer.
That's what I told her. Okay, I did. I told her, I said, you may want to speak with your lawyer. Apparently, they've been divorced for like a year. And she just realized now that she's tired of like their roommate situation. They got one of those next gen houses by Lennar. So like he's living in a little apartment part, and then her and the kids are just like in the rest of the house. And so like now she's like, okay, I'm tired of being around him. I want to leave. And she just started working so she could be a housewife. And I was just like, okay, this got kind of deep.
Yeah, but you know what? But now you in her sphere, right? So what you
Yeah.
do, like, so first of all, even if he's not gonna sign, you set her up in the CRM
Okay.
where she's getting a monthly activity report. Because what that's gonna do is continue to fuel the fire of her wanting to get out,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So like, hey, so you know what? Honestly, so you like we can provide. I'm happy you said that, and I want you to share this on the call today because
Okay.
I'm going to ask everybody their wins because that's the win. If you didn't call her and do a forward script, then this is a potential seller. Now, is it a potential seller who you making a listing appointment and you go up her house tonight? No,
No.
right? However, is this somebody that you can put in her nurture sequence and providing her value is not just providing her information, like providing her the solution, the exact solution to how to sell her house. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
The value is, you know what? I honestly, like to my knowledge, like I don't claim to know it all, but to my knowledge, we got community property state and he, to my knowledge, he will have to consent to the sale of the home because, there are documents that you both are going to have to sign off on. However, in the meantime, while you're trying to figure out what that looks like, here's what I can do. I can keep you updated and I can make sure that I'm sending you over what's called a monthly market report. And with that report, as you're figuring out next step, I'll just keep you updated on what the values are. And that might even be something, I don't know if that's something, if you all are in a space where you might want to share that with him, because depending on your equity position, it just, that might be motivation for you all to shift. Out of curiosity, do you know how much you owe?
Okay.
Right? So ask her some more questions. And then those more questions will lead. Does that make sense? Like, and then you get to
Yes.
put it in your realm. And then you just let her know, like, I'm not gonna ask permission. Is it okay? I'm like, and then this is what I'm gonna do. Like, because I'm so happy I called you today. I had no idea that you all were going through that. And I know it's been a whole lot of life change. But I'm
Mhm.
happy I called you so that I can be a continued resource for you. So I'm just going to keep up with you, like just keep up with what's happening in your neighborhood when comparable homes are selling. Even if you want me to come over and just do a walkthrough of the house, I'm going to make sure that I stay in touch with you so that when the time does present itself and it makes sense for everybody, that I can be right here to help you along.
Okay. 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 I can do that. I can probably go up.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's the best scenario. That there is motivation to sell. And then when you sell, I know you just getting your job, like where might you want to go?
Yeah, that's what I
Well,
was gonna
she
say.
told me she wants to for sure stay still. She still wants to stay in Princeton because she doesn't want the kids to be like transferring or anything like that. So
Yeah.
she's
So
like, I want
I'll
to
send
still
you.
stay here in the area.
So
Mhm.
I'll keep you updated because now this is the beauty of having a CRM. You get it in your CRM, you get her quote unquote hype about, you know what I'm saying? You get her quote unquote hype about being just what she's seeing and what the possibilities are. And now you get it to see her activity. So, she's looked at this little 3-bedroom house 4 times. You can look in the CRM, okay, she's looked at this 4 times. Let me call her and let her know that it's an open house. And it's up the street from me and I'm happy to meet her there. Even though she's not you know what I'm saying? Like she's not pre-approved yet. Ain't no sweat on your back to go to an open house 5 minutes away from your house. It's different than
Right.
opening the door an hour away from somebody who does not have any motivation or whatever. It's just her timing is not where it needs to be quite yet. It's not necessarily her fault.
Okay. Okay.
So those are
Okay.
just, you know what I'm saying? Those are just different ways. So like you had the best case scenario with calling for calls because you what did you just say? I didn't even know she got divorced. I didn't know because they probably taking pictures and hanging out like they're still in the
I
house
mean, because
together.
I just saw them at the game. Our kids played against
Yeah.
each other, and they was like sitting next to each other. So I'm thinking like they good. And
Yeah,
I
and
just
they
reached
ain't
out
good. She hate
yesterday.
his guts.
Yeah, she was like, "Girl, we
Rose
been
that
done."
is guts.
But she just, I mean, just kind of started, like spilling stuff. I was just like, oh my God,
Yeah.
oh my God.
And what she did was she gave you an opportunity to develop trust and rapport, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So now when he does come around, when and if he does come around, right, you're going to be the voted source because you didn't just show up when it was time to sell the house.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right? Like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen. This is the best of my knowledge. I am going to, and I would even go as far as to like, you might want to speak to your divorce attorney about it and see like what your options are. But unfortunately, to my knowledge, you both are on the deed and he will have to sign off. But in the
yeah.
meantime, in between time, this is what I can do for you.
I was gonna say, because this scenario reminds me of the lady that I'm talking to that's going through a divorce. She actually reached out to get a CMA from us when the property taxes, and then I went to her house, gave her report. They're still going through her divorce, but I stay in contact with her. And like Rosemary said, just be some like a piece of not advice, but
a resource.
a resource. Yes,
Yeah, you want to be
and
a resource. You want to be somebody she can trust to talk
yes.
through this.
And I have her set up, like Rosemary set up, with the monthly market report so she can see what her house is worth or what neighborhoods homes going for. And she has 2 areas that she really wants to move into within the next year. And so we've been looking at, she's looking at those, and I call her, talk about that. And I think I talked to her last maybe like a week or 2 ago. And she was like, she just told me, like, when I'm ready, you have been like a big help. I appreciate you. Like, you're my person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And just,
because what most people do is if they not ready, if you're not ready, and this is where people are salesy. If you're not ready to buy or sell right now, I don't have time for you. And I tell people all the time, this is the last step, Sesame.
Okay.
Look, whether you sell today or a year from now, I'm your homegirl for life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or your real estate bestie, whatever you want to call yourself,
Yeah.
right? Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be it. So whether what I'm saying, whether this if it makes sense right now, great. If life is life and it ain't making sense right now, even if it's not great, I'm still gonna be here and figure out how I can help you. And while we at it, if you know anybody else that needs my help, let make sure always throw me on a group chat with your homies. I'm here to help all y'all. With that, we had to see y'all on Zoom at 10.
at 10.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Yes.